Well, just like South Carolina normally does, we seem to skip over spring. Highs near 80. What's going on?
Definitely. It's very warm outside. Currently, it is 87 degrees. The winds are out of the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour, and the humidity is at 30%. Now, if we take a look around the whole state, we're seeing pretty consistent temperatures. Almost everyone is in the mid to upper 80s. The only exception here is out on the coast. Myrtle Beach is at 79. Now, if we take a look around the nation, you're going to see that there's a stream right here, this front here. Now, if you're above the front, you're actually going to be experiencing very wintry weather. There's actually some snow up here in these parts. If you're below the front, as we are, you're going to notice it's a lot warmer, and we have this nice high pressure down here to thank for that. Now, if we zoom in to take a look at the southeast, you'll see that over the next 48 hours, there is a chance for rain, but Columbia is not included. Columbia is going to stay nice and dry. Now, most of the nation is experiencing the same high temperatures that we are. You can see many cities are experiencing higher than normal temperatures, and here in Columbia, it's about 15 to 16 degrees higher. Now, with this warm weather comes pollen season, unfortunately for all of you allergy sufferers. Now, they consider anything above a 9 high, and you'll see that today we're actually at 10.9. Tomorrow, it's only going to get worse, 11.6. Thursday, 11.5. Friday, it's going to calm down a little bit, but it's still going to be at 9. Now, tonight, we can expect temperatures to be in the upper 50s, low 60s, partly cloudy, very mild outside. Tomorrow, it's still going to be in the upper 80s around most of South Carolina, but it's going to be very windy. We can expect wind gusts to be up to 20 miles per hour. Taking a look at your 5-day forecast, we see, again, Wednesday, 86 degrees. Look out for the wind. Thursday, it's going to be 77 degrees and sunny. Once a little cold front drops by, it'll be 72 degrees on Friday, 82 on Saturday. It's going to warm back up. And Sunday, it looks like we might have a slight chance for some rain. So
overall, not too bad.
Yeah, definitely not bad at all.
All right. Well, coming up, we'll tell you what players on USC's basketball team will not be returning next season.
How many trees in the cookie jar? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Go Dad! Go Dad!
Take time to be a dad today.
Well, Gamecock basketball making headlines, not in the NCAA tournament, and a couple guys apparently won't be on the team next year.
Nope, that's right. Gamecock basketball coach Darren Horn announced today that sophomore guards Ramon Galloway and Steven Spinella will not return to the team next year. Galloway played in 61 games with the Gamecocks, averaging 9.3 points per game in his career. Spinella played in 44 total games, but averaged just 1.8 points per game. Horn did not say what either player plans to do next season. On a team with stars such as Marcus Lattimore and Alshon Jeffrey, the offense receives most of the praise. But the guys on the other side of the ball want fans to expect fireworks from them as well. Chris Peterson tells us more.
The 2011 edition of South Carolina's football team kicked off spring practice with high expectations after winning the SEC's Eastern Division title last season. While winning the East is a great accomplishment for the program, senior defensive back Akeem Auguste says he's not satisfied with the team's accomplishments, and his goals will set the standard for a defense that faded at the end of last season.
I feel like I got goals for myself, you know. I want to lead team interceptions, you know. I want to lead team tackles, but, you know, one or the other would be great. But at the same time, I just trying to win, really. I want to go back to SEC. I want to go to Atlanta.
A new season brings new faces, and sophomore defensive tackle Kelsey Quarles says he will do what it takes to fill the void left by Lottie Ajiboye.
Learn the defense, just run around, make plays, listen to Coach Lauren, work on my fundamentals, you know, get in better shape. You know, I'm in good shape. I want to get in better shape, gain a little bit more weight.
Defensive line coach Brad Long says his early impression of Quarles leads him to believe that he can make an early impact, but his inexperience could take some time to overcome.
He's a heck of an athlete. I just got to teach him. I got to teach him. He works hard. He understands what he's supposed to do. I just got to get him taught up.
Coach Long believes that the spring is a time for younger players to get noticed and make a push for playing time.
USC is expected to have one of, if not the best defensive line in the Southeastern Conference, and Coach Long says that during the spring he doesn't necessarily look for his players to improve as a group, but individually.
Make individual improvement. I know that's, you say group, but I mean, to me, spring practice is about individual improvement. And at the end of the spring, you know, you've kind of put yourself in a pecking order going into the summer.
Several football websites, including ESPN, have labeled Carolina's defense, especially the line, as a catalyst to the team's success due to their combination of strength, size, and speed. Chris Peterson, Carolina News.
The annual Garnet and Black Spring Game will be held on April 9th at 1 p.m. 30 minutes following the game, the Gamecock Club is hosting its first ever Gamecock Fan Fest, held on the field at Williams-Brice Stadium. Fans will be able to enter the field through the Players' Tunnel to the song 2001, take part in a skills challenge, and much more. Admission to the Fan Fest is free. And the number 4 ranked USC baseball team takes on the College of Charleston tonight at Carolina Stadium. The Gamecocks won their last 2 games against Georgia and hope to continue that winning streak against a College of Charleston squad who has been ranked in the top 25 already this season. And Tennessee men's basketball coach Bruce Pearl was fired last night after his Volunteers lost to Michigan by 30 in the NCAA tournament. Tennessee athletic director said Pearl was relieved of his coaching duties after learning about new NCAA violations committed by the coaching staff. Pearl was suspended for the first 8 conference games this season for previous NCAA violations. And 2 former athletes struggling with legal issues appeared in court today. NFL Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor was sentenced to 6 years of probation after admitting to having relations with an underage prostitute back in May. The charges were not severe enough to warrant any jail time, but Taylor will be required to register as a sex offender. And Barry Bonds' pre-jury trial began today in San Francisco. He faces 4 counts of lying to a grand jury when he said under oath that he didn't know his trainer was giving him steroids. He also faces 1 count of obstruction of justice. He has pleaded not guilty to the charges.
All right.
Well, it's pretty wild that he's finally getting in court. I feel like that was so long ago.
Yeah, it's definitely been an ongoing situation with that.
For quite a while. Well, coming up after the break, see how one little girl is using her toys to help those in Japan.
Two out of 3 people with diabetes die of heart attack or stroke. That was his wake-up call. This is yours. Ask your healthcare provider how you can lower the risk. To learn more, go to diabetesactnow.org.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Can we pause it for a second?
Okay.
Thanks.
Hey, where you going?
I need to pass gas.
Well, that's cool. You can do it here.
No way.
Go ahead. I don't care.
Look, if I pass gas in here, it's gonna be toxic, and it could linger for hours, maybe days. Is that what you want?
No.
Be right back.
Secondhand smoke contains hydrogen cyanide and other deadly gases. Don't pass gas. Take it outside.
In Massachusetts could give us all a lesson on sacrifice. 7-year-old Sage Friedman is selling some of her own toys and books to raise money for disaster victims in Japan. Sage came up with the idea on her own after hearing about the earthquake and tsunami at school. She had already raised $1,000 and is now trying for $2,000.
I mean, that's fantastic. When I was that age, my toys were everything to me. That's very nice to hear.
I could imagine really trying to give that up. So,
well, let's take another look at our 5-day forecast, Angie.
Definitely. And again, tomorrow it's going to be 86 degrees, but watch out for the wind, could be 20 miles per hour. Thursday it's going to be sunny and 77. Friday it's going to cool down a little bit, 72 degrees. Saturday it will warm right back up to 82. And again on Sunday, that's when we can see that 40% chance for scattered thunderstorms. It's going to be 83 degrees.
All right. Well, that's all we have for today. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining us.
I'm Brian Dresdo. Have a great afternoon.